Look at that specimen. Oh, what is up guys? Welcome to another video. So I'm here in Bath with Joel, who you've met before.
Hello.
You have been on the channel a few times, and just messaged Joel today and I just thought, what can I do on my bank holiday Monday? So I said, are you swimming today? And he's just like, I can be.
Yeah, we came
so
down.
yeah, it came down to
12 seconds later. 2 hours later.
yeah, I just messaged Joel and said I fancy coming down and doing a little bit of cold water swimming, and Joel does it quite a lot. So is there any real benefits to it? I hear a lot about it, but
Yeah, so generally it's quite a good way to exercise. You don't have to do very much in the cold water. I think
survive.
yeah, you've got to keep yourself warm, which is the biggest part of cold water swimming in the name. But I think people talk about VO2 max, like the amount of exercise that you're doing. So all out exercise, a full out sprint would be 100% of your VO2 max, but in terms of the amount of energy used, keeping yourself warm in cold water is about 50% of that. So you don't even have to do any movement. Just focusing on your breathing is yeah, there's a lot of
It's amazing
work that can be done to that.
Yeah, what I definitely find is it's helicopters as well.
2,000 years later.
What I found as well is with cold water swimming, I haven't done it a lot at all, but it definitely has those sort of physical benefits that I find, and the one that I find is kind of like anti-inflammatory. So I don't know if there's like a lot of evidence that sort of shows that. Like I find generally I feel better with my joints and everything after I've been in cold water.
Yeah, I mean, anecdotally I enjoy it anyway, just as a part of my routine in between training sessions. But when you get in the water, your blood vessels and your body is almost constricting, and the blood is going away from your peripheries. And then when you get out again, all that blood is rushing back into the muscles. So it's almost
Well, it is that survival mode thing, isn't it? It's like your blood has to go to your vital organs, otherwise you're going to die. And I think that's what this also does. It really teaches you resilience, and I think that's kind of the mental aspect of it. Is it's really doing something that you're not comfortable with. And I knew, like, I had to sort of psych myself up coming here. I was like, this is not going to be fun, but like I want to do it, and I know that I'm going to feel benefits from it. And from a mental health point of view, I think actually cold water swimming is really good.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things. I've been doing some sort of cold water swimming every once or twice a week since January, and it's quite a challenge when it is
That
very cold.
Yeah.
But the ability to say, hey, I don't have to do this, but I want to do it, or maybe I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to force myself into this uncomfortable situation and get through it and come out the other side. I think there's great mental resilience, like you said there, to actually go through that and come out the other side, but also there's massive application to other things, like pushing through a hard set at the gym where you've done 15 reps and actually you could stop there, but maybe you could do 5 more. Like there's and with many other things in life, there's just that ability to keep going even though you don't have to.
A lot of lessons, man. It's good.
Yeah.
And also, you get to see a lot of nature. Look at this. So good.
The cows as well.
Oh my god, I didn't even see them. They come in to say hello. You guys stink, don't you? So yeah, just want to say thank you, Joel. It's been awesome. Alright, welcome to the
next day. Something I did forget to say yesterday is Joel actually runs a podcast called the Mindful Psychonuat. If you're sort of interested in mainly sort of philosophical debates, things like free will, but some deeper topics as well, I highly recommend going and checking it out. I will put the link down below, but it would be great if you could go and show him support. Massively thankful to Joel yesterday for being up for going and doing some cold water swimming with me and actually showing me the spot where he normally goes. I have to say today I'm feeling really good, and I don't know if it's necessarily the cold water swimming, but the whole of yesterday and the whole of today I felt really energized and just quite relaxed. Yesterday I was kind of talking about the psychological benefits that cold water swimming has, and I just feel like today I don't really have much brain fog. Sometimes I feel a little bit like scatty in my head, but I don't really feel that today, so I can only really put it down to that. But like I say, it could be any number of things, but that is the sort of common denominator. But hopefully that continues into the gym today, because I've got quite a heavy session to do today. I've got 260 for 2 singles on the deadlift, so we'll see how that goes, because last week I was feeling quite sluggish with deadlift, so hopefully there is a bit of an improvement there. And then the 145 bench, I'm doing that once again, same as I did last week. So same as last week, shoulder, we'll have to wait and see how that feels, but hopefully with a proper warm-up it should be fine. So go and check out Joel's podcast, and I will see you in the gym. So it is now 9:30, which means that was a 4-hour session, which is a little bit ridiculous. But yeah, that's what happens when you incorporate bench back into your routine. You add at least another hour and a half onto your session. But I have to say, this is the best session I have had in a very long time. not necessarily because of the strength aspect of it, because the second set on 260 definitely moved a little bit slower than the first, which was a little bit frustrating. I wasn't really happy with that, but strength fluctuates, it goes up and down, that's something I can accept. What I don't like accepting is being in pain every single session, and today everything just felt really good, especially the bench, which is the thing that's really been nagging me recently. Literally benched pain-free. I would say the last session I did, I was probably about 2 out of 10 in terms of pain, so it wasn't bad, but today there was literally zero pain. And I don't want to say it was down to the cold water therapy, but anecdotally it could be that, because obviously that's what I did yesterday. I felt good after. I was talking about the sort of psychological impact it had, or the mental impact it had on me, and maybe the fact that I'm just feeling a bit better in myself mentally, that actually sort of played out physically. I don't know. You know, pain and the psychology behind pain is a very complex topic, but I think generally if you're feeling better in yourself, then you have better outcomes with pain anyway. So I think, you know, my experience that I've had, my very brief experience that I've had with this cold water therapy or cold water swimming, is a really good one, and I think I genuinely might be looking to take it up more frequently. If I have the same results as I've had today, where I'm literally going into the gym and training for 4 hours but feeling unbelievable for those 4 hours. So yeah, I don't want to say it's all down to the cold water swimming that I did yesterday, but that is the common denominator. I've not done anything different than what I'd done previously in other sessions and been in pain. So yeah, hopefully that is something that I can take up, and even if it isn't going to affect me from a sort of physiological point of view, it is a nice thing to do, like I say, for mental health reasons. So I definitely am going to look to take it up more frequently. The only annoying thing is the one that I went to yesterday is about a 50-minute drive away, so it's in Bath and I'm in Bristol, so I will need to find one a little bit closer, but I live around a lot of rivers and lakes, so yeah, potentially I'm going to be doing a regular cold water therapy. Right then, because it is literally 20 to 10 now, and I have been training for 4 hours, and I haven't eaten since 12 o'clock, so I've not eaten for 9.5 hours. I'm going to have the rest of this, or probably not the rest of it because it's quite a lot, chicken tray bake. I'm going to have a good amount of this though to get the calories in, because I am behind severely on my calories, just for the added recovery, and then go to bed for some even more recovery and much needed sleep. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to cover the rest of this week's sessions, because this video is probably around what, the 15-16 minute mark now already, and that's generally how I like to end my videos. So I think the next few sessions will be in the next video, and I am actually going to be going for a new personal best on Thursday with the SSB, which would be 180 kilos for 3 pours. So yeah, that would be quite interesting. Everything feels pretty good at the moment. I'm very optimistic with stuff, and it's come at the right time, because obviously we are now prepping for this competition in a few weeks time, so long may that continue. But as for now, I'm going to wrap up the video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please leave it a like and subscribe if you're new, so I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace. Right, get in my belly.